Morning, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday morning in WEBBY'S Manor. Here we are in CAIXESBBXXX in the south of Tenerife. Webby Sports Roundup. Every week we're here, so be live and be on it. Shout outs today. All the bars that Big Si and me are going to go to next week and the week after. We got Rugby League, back to domestic league, Rugby Union, the European Cups from last week. Horse racing is the Derby today. Get on with the money down the bookies. Football news with Big Si and me big pal here. I'll tell you who he is in a minute. Boxing update from Johnny Goggles. Bit of charity news for 2024 for fighting against cancer in Tenerife. Champions League, we've got CD Tenerife, and we've got a bit of cricket news. Webby Sports Radar here in my manor. Oh yeah.
His name was Webby.
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have a bit of coffee. Sorry, boys.
That's quick.
Before we start, let me just introduce who I've got on the show today. Right, we all know we've not had him for many weeks. He's here all the time. I can't get rid of him. He's a big gooner. He's unhappy because they never won the league, because Man City won the league. It's my good pal, Simon. Si.
Morning, mate. How you doing?
Thanks for coming on again, big man.
Welcome, mate. Anytime.
That's your first boy. He's the big one. He knows more about football, believe me, than any of you all put together. That's why I got him on the show. Now, another special guest. He's not been here for a couple of weeks, only because he went to England. He went and saw the ABBA tribute.
All right.
And he went and saw...
Didn't have to tell them.
Who else did you see?
Gary Newman.
Gary Newman. Are you having a timber? Listen,
Fantastic.
get the Motown, get the soul on. You want to go
reliving my youth, Webby.
Yeah, you're all older than me.
Fantastic at the Roundhouse.
It is the CD Tenerife.
Yeah.
Chris Todd, the general of the Armada, sir. Morning, Chris.
Morning.
How
Oh,
are you, mate?
all right, Toddy.
What?
Oh, no, we thought we'd give you the clap.
Well, you've had it a few times.
Yeah,
so why not?
easy. Morning. How are you? Yeah, who the hell's that? Right, listen, first, always do the shout outs first. First of all, big shout out to my number 99. He's at home in Southend-on-Sea. He's probably go down the Upwood at Leon-Sea this afternoon, having a couple of sherbets as he do. And he says, I said, what are you doing this morning? I'm walking down, and he says, looking out the window, in a Cockney accent, watching all the planes come in Southend Airport. From 7 o'clock, woke him up, and they're going to Wembley to see Real Madrid, take on
Borussia Dortmund.
Thank you. In the final of the Champions League. We're going to talk about that a little bit
Is he
later.
coming tonight? Has he got a ticket?
No, he's too tight, isn't he?
Oh, he's just going to Wembley.
Just all the planes coming in.
Oh, right, all the
At
fans.
his window,
yeah,
he just
yeah.
all the fans, all his people here. Right, listen, the shout outs today is going to be a little bit different. I have said over the last 2 weeks that Big Si and myself, when I get my car back 3.5 weeks, Tim's the same. We're walking everywhere, taking a bit of weight off. As you can see, I've lost a bit of timber. Don't take the mickey.
Around his ears.
Around me, I've had my ears lowered, as you see. So we're going to be doing some walks next week and the week before the Euros start, telling you if you're over on holiday in the south of Tenerife, where you can go to watch the Euros, the football. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to have a bit of fun. It's going to be a new concept, and we're going to enjoy it. We're going to have a couple of sherbets on the way out. Well, water for the big man, because he's on his walks, isn't he? Right. I've just put some names and some bar names down. I've made a few phone calls. Right. We're going to go to see Mick at the Queen Vic over there in Los Cristianos. Morning, Mick. How are you, big man? We're going to go to Porto Colon. We're going to see Matt at the Sky Bar. We're going to go past the Old Lodge. We're going to see the Galway girl, Jo. They always come on our Facebook. Morning, everybody. Fania Bay, we're going to go on the beachfront down there. We're going to see Big Rocky at the Winchester and take a walk down there. Then we're going to go up to Sunset Bay in the square. My pal. All right, I won't say who he is or where he is. All the bars up on the top. We're going to have a walk up there. All the football's going to go on there. We're going to go to Taylor's Lounge. We're going to start at Taylor's Lounge. They come on our Facebook page. We're going to take a walk up to the right, and we're going to pop into the Hoops Bar, a big Celtic bar, and see Big Steve. San Telmo, Players Lounge. Dave used to work in the Three Horseshoes. He's now in the Players Lounge. Webby, give me a bit of advertising, which I did yesterday on one of my vlogs I did up the middle of, in my manor and Tim's manor. Don't forget, our manor, nobody else's. And we're going to take a walk to the strip and see. Yeah, they know what we're talking about. Webby's manor, don't forget.
The Queens of Callio.
Easy. And he said, well, you got some free Heineken. Listen, I won't be drinking and driving, but I'll have a drink with you anyway. We're going to pop in to see Andy Swallow, big West Ham boy, top boy. And then we're going to probably go past the Ibrox Bar, the Bluebell, Scottish bars if you want to watch the Scotland games, Aberdeen Bar in the Apollo Centre. Then we're going to, last but not least, Theatre Bar, Big Mick, never met him, lovely West Ham guy, I believe, and a lot of people say, gotta pop in and see him, and we're gonna go and see him. Do you know Big Mick at the Theatre Bar?
I mostly do, yeah, because Sean used to go there. Sean
Yeah,
Murphy used to
Sean
go
Murphy
there.
and
Yeah.
Wagsy and all the boys in there.
Yeah.
Not forgetting the Hopping Grapes. That's where, if you
And you
fancy,
better not forget,
I know, if you haven't popped into the Hopping Grapes on the Portugal, that's me pal Mark. If you fancy a little flutter and you want to go on the Derby, that's the place to go. So pop in, see him. Last but not least, R2 over here, the Britannia Bar Lee, big Stoke City fan, morning Lee, and not forgetting the three horseshoes, Jason and Julie. I'll be in there tonight watching Real Madrid against.
Borussia
Borussia
Dortmund.
Thank you. I know.
Winners.
I just want to
Winners.
make sure you're two.
Winners.
We're going to be in there watching them. And who have I missed out?
Mick at Yordies.
Mick at Yordies, big.
Can't let them down. They started us off.
Yeah, they did. Sorry, Mick. Sorry, big man. Big Mick at you. That's on the strip.
Yeah, that's
Need a
it
better.
too.
Big Scouser. So that's all the. That's it. That's all the shout outs. How are you anyway? You all right?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm really good.
Now, Toddy, obviously, in a couple of minutes, and we better find out who's. Get your phone out.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I can't
That's
believe
what
you
I come
haven't got
down
it.
for.
That's what you
Yeah.
come
That's
down
what
for.
that's what he's
Any
got you
comment?
here for,
Thanks
Toddy.
a lot, yeah.
Just
If there's
really great.
anybody with QQs, any questions for the boys, for Tim, for Big Simon, for obviously the big man here, and myself, do a QQ. So, are you on yet or not? Let me just have a.
Yeah, well,
No.
I'm getting there.
Did you
Yeah, go on.
did you back the Oaksman yesterday?
No, do you know something? I didn't see
Did you
the
look
race.
at it? No.
I saw
Okay.
it up to the Coronation Cup, and I had to go out for some reason. Right, before boy, is there many on? 33 on.
Just told you.
I never heard him. All right, I went.
Well,
Yes,
this guy lowered your ears.
Right, before we goes on, let's do a little bit of rugby league, okay? Rugby league. We're getting back to
What's it called?
rugby league.
Not
It's
egg chasing.
the egg chasing,
Egg
okay?
chasing, thanks.
Yes, 13 aside, 15 for rugby union, 13 for rugby league. Up at the northwest, we're back to domestic after the cups from last week. We had Catalans were fifth, lost it up to Warrington, who were third, equal third, 16 points to 8 to the Warrington boys. London Broncos lost it up to Hull KR, 64-14. They've only had one win all season. The Salford Reds were sixth. They took on Wigan, who were equal top. They look as if they're the favourites. Wigan won 26-6. Last night, saw two games last night. 7 played Huddersfield, beat Hull FC, who were 11th by 24 points to 18. I think you've got the table up there, Tim. Is the table up? Yeah, cheers, Tim. And then my boys, who I've always followed since Eddie Waring many years ago. St. Helens 24, the Catalans 12, and that's the first time they beat them in 6 outings. So that's the rugby league. Right, before we do rugby union, it is the European Challenge Cup. We're going to go to Toddy, and we're going to see if there's any QQs, and we'll see who's on. Any comments, big man?
Quite a few, yes. Good morning, Webby from Dundee, Derek. Around the grounds. Good morning,
Derek.
Webby. How are you?
Big Lee, Sheffield Wednesday fan, top fan.
Yeah, no?
No, Lee's coming out in a couple of weeks' time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
we're going to be doing. I might even get him on the show if I can. We'll see if we can. We'll see.
Why
We're
not?
going to get him on anyway.
We talk
Well,
about the 93 Cup finals.
I
Yeah.
was at that one,
who
actually.
else we got? Anybody else?
John Patton, morning.
Morning, John.
Simon Dale, morning, Webby.
Morning.
Toddy, I hope you're good, fellas.
Yeah.
Mark Howley, morning, Webby, Simon and Mr. Todd and Tim.
Morning.
Mr.
gets a
Top.
shout.
Mr. Top, yeah.
He's very
Oh, is he?
important part of the wheel, isn't he?
Yeah, very important,
Yeah.
very good.
Morning, boys. Borough, Kevin,
All right,
here
Kev.
in the cold.
Morning, Kev. How are you?
Enjoy the rain, mate.
Chris Godfrey, morning.
I've never met Chris Godfrey, but I do want to meet him one day.
Yeah,
How are you, Chris?
saying what are we saying tonight? Real Madrid,
Yeah, well,
Dortmund.
they're big favourites. They're big favourites, aren't
Of
they?
course they are. Yeah,
gotta turn them in.
I'll say there's a shock in the Europa League final. Didn't expect Atlanta to win 3-0. Like
No,
that.
Well, we're going to come to football a little bit later
Yeah,
on in the show.
okay,
Okay,
so
let's
you
not
never
jump in
know.
the gun.
Morning chats. Picture is spot on by Yorkshire. Alt.
Yeah, okay.
Alternative. What? I don't know what. Yeah.
ALT.
What's ALT?
Okay, yeah.
Get Webby on the subs bench at best, Kevin said.
Hey, hang on. Where's that finger going? Where's that finger going? Yeah, get me on the
Greg
subs.
Young, morning. Chris Godfrey, where can you buy Tenerife football tops from? Can never find them.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Tell him now then.
Well, there's a shop here opposite Aqualand called
Yeah.
Del Tete. But obviously they got
Thomas.
the end of the season now, so they still got a few tops from this season. But
Yeah.
the new kits will be out in about 6 weeks or so.
Okay. Anybody else on?
Looking forward to that. Toddy, thanks for the Emerson photo. Had a picture taken with Emerson, who used to play for Middlesbrough when he
Oh,
played
yeah.
for Tenerife.
I've got his signature on.
Yeah.
On my
With his wet look, with his
Middlesbrough
wet perm.
on
That
back.
Emerson.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what
Kevin will like that. Old Mr. Snowden, he would like that.
I sent it to someone. Kevin Snow. Yeah. Oh yeah. I sent
Big
him.
Borough fan,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember now. I sent him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else, Tom?
Voyage will win the derby. Thank me later, said Mark Sweeney.
Okay,
On the
Macro.
way up town for the march later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay, yeah.
Yeah. Morning from sunny Glasgow.
Sunny Glasgow.
I'm
Never
out on the 25th of June, said around the grounds.
20. Right.
25th of June.
Look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you, big man.
I'm trying to
And
arrange a trip of the
okay.
stadium for.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Love to Scott, as you know, and love to mum and dad. They just come back after a nice few days back in sunny England. If you just joined the channel, we're in the south of Tenerife. This is me, Paul Webb, Simon, and obviously Chris Todd, big Tenerife boy. And we've got some cracking news later, breaking news. And when I mean it's big news, it is big, big news of one of the football clubs that one of my team supports, okay? And we're going to keep that later in the show. Webby Sports Roundup, if you've not subscribed, hit the like button and subscribe. It is for free. And a big shout out to my number 99. I know you're in bed still watching it, having a cup of tea. All right. Morning, Foggy.
And toast.
And toast. Good morning. Right, a little bit of rugby union news. Last week, saw the two Challenge Cups finals. My boys Gloucester got in the final. It was at Tottenham Football Club, not White Hart Lane. They took on the Sharks of South Africa. And the Sharks absolutely mauled us, to Managerial. They had 5 World Cup stars. They were built like brick shithouses, if pardon the expression. They absolutely we were good on the first 15, 20 minutes, which I could say what I want, it's my show. We were good on the last 20 minutes, 2 late tries. It ended up Gloucester 22, Sharks 36. And I will tell you this week that Gloucester at King's Own was voted #1 Premiership club in the country. The atmosphere is electric. We've got a great stadium, the food and everything. You can stand next door to even an away supporter, and the shed is different class. So well done to Gloucester, well done to King's Own, voted #1 Gallagher Premiership club yet again for 2024. And the big one was the Champions Cup. On Saturday, Leinster took on Toulouse. Leinster have been in the final the last 3 times and they lost 22-31. 15 all at the extra time. And then what happened was it was penalties. It was 1-1 and it ended up 31 to Toulouse, 22 to Leinster. And they've won it 6 times to lose. Absolutely superb. Right, before we go on to the playoffs for today, any more coming in?
Yeah.
Any more comments?
bulletins
Any
here,
more
yeah.
queuing cues, please?
Morning all from League 2 champion Stockport, said Rick.
Stockport County, Edghill,
Yeah.
lovely.
Congratulations.
Well
Esme
done, well
Park.
done. Well
Simon
deserved.
Shaw said up the Villa.
Morning, Brian Shaw.
Morning Webby and Tim from It's Craig. James Morecambe.
Morecambe.
Is Arsenal declaring they're not from North London after all these years?
What's that? Say it again.
Say that
Is
again.
Arsenal declaring they're not from North London after all these years?
We've always been from North London. We're just born in the south. We're just born in the south. Don't
Greenwich.
worry.
Greenwich, south of the river.
Arsenal come from Woolwich, don't they? Woolwich Arsenal.
Okay.
But Tottenham fans always say we're from South London.
And
They're
I
from
got you.
North.
Okay.
Really, they're just a small club in Middlesex.
Yeah,
which
okay.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Everybody knows. They're from Middlesex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to back
Few
to
more
rugby.
comments now, actually.
Okay, a few more comments.
After that.
Hey? Okay,
No, I'm only joking.
get a few more comments in.
Yeah.
Just tuned in, Webby Sports Roundup here in sunny Tenerife. Okay, hit the like button. That goes to Google, and Google send it all around the world. The bigger we get, the better it is, and the more times you're going to see us on the TV. Because I said I'm giving it one big 12-month, so you got to start supporting the channel. Simpler, because I'm getting old. 67 in August. Forget the birthday cards. Just put the money in the bank account. Right, it's playoff semi-finals in the Rugby Union Gallagher Premiership. What happens? Years ago, obviously, whoever got the most points is the best team in the league. But lately, what happens is you've got the top 4. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Whoever wins those 2 will play together. Anyway, first one was Northampton, who finished top. They took on Saracens, a lot of South Africans there, and Saints beat them by 22 points to 20. So Northampton, Saints, Big Steve follows Northampton. They're in the final, and they're taking on whoever wins between Bath and Sale today. And the final is at Twickenham on the 8th of June. So that's the domestic rugby union for this week. Going to cross all that out.
So who'll win that one then? Who will win it? Bath or Sale? The Sharks?
Do you know something? It's on the day, but Gloucester always have a bit of niggle at Bath. I went to college at Bath for
Yeah,
5 years.
but they're local. It's a local derby.
No,
Near
no, no,
enough.
no. Sale is in
No, Bath and Gloucester is a
Bath
local
is, yes,
derby.
of
Yeah.
course it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2-year course though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 months.
Did I ask
You
you?
went
Did I
to-
ask you to butt in, Mr. Timothy? Get out of it before you know what it is. Listen, did you see the egg chasing last week? Not the cheese
No,
rolling.
Oh, the cheese
Listen,
rolling.
everybody
Yeah.
takes the mickey out of me because of Gloucester boy, and I'm proud of it. Okay. And the point in question is cheese roll. It's Cooper's Hill in Brockworth. When I was a kid, the
Did you ever
Burfords,
do it?
no, never did it, mate. Never did.
Don't blame you.
The Burfords used to win it all the time, but now you've got Americans. They come from
They
Australia.
come over the world
It's
to
like
do
that.
it.
Absolutely. I
Is
don't know how it's allowed.
Yeah.
Cooper's Hill.
Health and safety these days.
I'm telling you, it's mad, isn't
They
it?
chuck a cheese down, chuck it down.
A big
and
round
there's about
of
20
cheese.
of them,
Oh, yeah.
and it's unbelievable. Absolutely, and they're bumping in.
They're going over the way they go do these
Yeah.
holy
Cartwheels,
polies. Yeah.
no.
Right, before we go to the Investec Derby today, the big one, there's 1 or 2 photographs. Any more comments before we go over?
There's a few cheesy comments.
Because
after
Tim's going to
that.
put a couple of photographs on.
No, that's breaking news, said James. Thought that's the breaking news.
No.
Good morning, gentlemen. Weather looks great, but not as cool as Webby in his coloured, coordinated outfit. Yeah,
Always.
I didn't notice that.
Well,
yeah.
I've got me red hat. That's obviously because I do a lot of charity for cancer, as you know, and that says fighting against cancer in Tenerife. And this is my new Gloucester shirt that I bought a couple of weeks ago. So so it's nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's a nice mix and match, isn't it?
Yeah, we like the red and white.
You like the red? Yeah.
Goes
Thank you
with
very
the red nose. Joe,
What, Tony? Careful, go to the red nose. Go on.
struggling to read, but John T said, morning. Question for all of you. Which competition do you think is the hardest to win? The Premier League or the European Cup or Champions League?
Yeah.
It's a good question. And as an Arsenal fan, would you rather win the league or the Champions League?
Premier League.
Premier League.
Premier
okay.
League. With
Yeah.
that first.
Same as.
First.
Same
It's been
as.
20 years.
Yeah, same as.
It's been a long time. It's
Yeah.
20 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Win that and then go with the Champions League
Okay.
next year.
Right.
Absolutely.
Can I just say, John T was one of the winners of last week's prizes. So we've got some prizes. We're going to come up with a little bit of charity
Well
in
done,
a few
John T.
minutes' time. Well done, John T. He picked the time for, I think, the English goal. And Alan from Valle San Lorenzo lives in Coventry, a big Coventry fan. He picked the closest time for the Scottish goal, 90 minutes. I think he put the 5th minute. And I just scored the 90th minute. I've got news about that a bit later on.
And to answer the other question,
Yeah,
what's the hardest competition to win? I think it's the Premier League.
it's got to be.
Because the Champions League, you need that bit of luck. To
100%.
win the Champions League, you have to have that
Well-
bit of luck. The Premier League, I don't think there's any luck involved in it at all.
No,
Only
no.
VAR.
I would go as far as saying any of the top leagues is harder to win than the Champions League.
Yeah.
Although it's
La
not
Liga,
prestigious
yeah.
to win the Champions League in my eyes, because that notice goes all over the world.
Of
You
course
know?
it does, yeah.
But in the Champions League, it's the luck of the draw sometimes, isn't
It
it?
is, it
I
really
mean,
is.
You go Real Madrid, the finalists tonight, but they haven't had an easy route through.
No, Man City,
Man City,
they
that
had
should have
hard
been the
road.
final, really.
Yeah.
It
Right,
should
boys,
have been.
can we move on to horse racing? I think
Yeah.
let's get a bit of Lee Sobot. You've got a couple of photographs on there. I've got a couple of little quick stories, and I'm going to put a bit of Lee Sobot on here. He works for the Yorkshire Evening Post. He gives us our facts every week. We're still well up over the season, without any shadow of a doubt. He's had a couple of poor displays last couple of weeks, so fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways today. So, what have you got up on the screen at the moment, big man?
Just got you, but you sent me something. The Derby odds or something.
Yeah, could you put the Derby odds on?
Just setting that up.
So we've got the big Derby today. This is his fancy. They've got the Epsom Derby. Okay, we've got the odds.
Have you got the
This
runners
is
there?
the odds the last couple of weeks. It is 1.5 million prize money. The winner, the owner, gets 850,000. It's a Group 1 for the 3-year-olds, for the colts and the fillies. Okay, that's the main thing today, the Derby. I'm not too sure. It's the 4:30, 4:30 race, so I'll be home watching that. Now, Lee Sobot, this is his fancy. Now, he did pick City of Troy last time, okay, to win the Guineas, and it flopped. But he still thinks it's the number one. It is favourite. It's about 3-1, 7-2, I think, Tim, at this moment in time. So what he says is City of Troy, the Epsom Derby, an absolute no-show in the 2000 Guineas, when odds-on favourite. But the master trainer, Aidy O'Brien, he is the main man on the flat, has not lost any faith and says they still think it will get over and win the Derby. You're looking at probably 3-7-2. I haven't checked the prices today, but that's the price. City of Troy in the Derby today.
Have you got any other runners written down there? Is there something called Golden something? Gold something?
Let's have a look. Have you got it up there, Tim?
Gold?
City of Troy, Los Angeles, Ancient Wisdom, Ambient Friendly, Dancing Gemini, Macduff, and Diego Velasquez. And those were the top.
Oh, right, must be ambient.
What
So,
the hell?
do you know John, Millwall John? I think his one's ambient. I think
Is it
he's
ambient,
got
right?
that on that.
Well, I forgot to put my cats. Are you still here?
What's that?
This is me out.
What, you're riding silks?
Yeah, this is me. Hey, you
You can't
hey,
ride
hey,
no more.
Can
I'm
you
allergic to yellow.
You can't ride no
Can you-
more. Yeah, we don't do Las Palma over here, mate.
No.
Las Palma,
listen? I got the itch still. I'll tell you, it's me. What's his name? Tom Selleck. Me Tom Selleck moustache. I said to the missus, I said, don't cut it, don't
Well, like
cut
Tom and Jerry.
Exactly.
Right, but listen, if you've got the photographs up of me 2 horse racing, just two quick little stories on there.
All right, mate.
Right, let's have a look.
Let's have a quick look. Keep the comments coming through. Toddy's going to answer the comments any
more
second
questions?
now. Any comments coming through? What he's putting the horse racing up?
Keep up the good work, gentlemen, by Ian.
Cheers, Ian.
Thanks,
Blue
mate.
Nose said Webby was at college for 5 years. Must have been the janitor. He
I was in Bath College for 5 years, heating and air conditioning. It was, I'm
The
telling you.
janitor.
Oh dear, you're gonna love it.
Oh.
What?
The Frankie Dettori's up now.
Yeah, the Frankie Dettori. I'll just give you a quick,
Insight.
quick insight to that. That's the Frankie Dettori. What it was is my good pal, who owns Gibson Saddles at Newmarket, and Ash from back in Newmarket. He's done a couple of videos for me. I'm going to put
About with that.
I'm going to put that together in a month or so's time. It's just having time in it. Anyway, so Michael, who owns Gibson Saddles, Mike Gibson, in his 80s now, his son runs it, called Carl. And Carl used to come in my pub in the world famous Garden Bar, and he used to get me bits and pieces. I've got Frank, I've got Lester Pigger, talk about it in 2 seconds. Anyway, he got me, you see that photograph, when authorised won the Derby with Frankie Dettori in 2007. So you can see that's the straps. You can see his saddle. That's the Derby saddle that won it. The straps come off. That's the old ones, which I've got, and I've got it all framed with the new ones, which is fantastic. So that's the one thing that I've got from MBE Italian Frankie Dettori. What a top boy. Now on top of that, have you got the Lester Pigger?
Well, it said Esther Piggott. I thought it was his wife.
Yeah, so did I.
Did you? All right, we'll just get Lester Pigger up.
No,
If you got, I'm trying to think what. Oh, that's Lester Pigger. That's his.
First.
Margaret Newmarket. 12th
Yeah,
of
well,
January 2009.
That's right. Yeah, but that's it. Michael, his first wife died. Then Margaret was his accountant. They got together. What a lovely couple. Got me lots of horse racing stuff from Newmarket. When you see the Queen, or the used to be the Queen, the King, silks, which they won yesterday on Kieran Fallon, won with
The black, purple, and red.
Yeah, the black, purple, and red. He makes them. He's got the colours, as you can see on there. There's a little sticker on there. You know what I mean? One of them, and it's got the Queen's with the crest, the Queen's crest.
It doesn't. It's. I've just got 2 straps.
Okay, well, all right. On the other one, it's the other one. I think it's on or the other one. I've got it on one of them anyway. So they make all the Queen's, the King's colours, and Kieran Fallon, the son, who I think is the favourite jockey. And if you look at this now, he got me that as well. That says to Webby, best wishes.
Kieran Fallon.
Kieran Fallon. That's the dad. That's the dad, Kieran Fallon, and it's the son, Kieran Fallon, the one yesterday at Chepstow. I think it was 7-4, 30-8 favourite it was. Great jockey. But I've got some bits and pieces of that, so let's put this back on. So that's the horse racing. City of Troy, Derby today, 4:30. Get your few quid on it and what have
His
you.
horses ain't been doing that great, have they, O'Brien?
Charity photo as well, or do you want to do the charity?
We'll do the charity a little bit later on, please. Yeah. Right, any more comments, please, Toddy? If you just tuned to the show, Webby Sports Roundup here in sunny Tenerife. We're in Laura's Bar, where we are every Saturday morning. We've got my big pal Simon, who's the football guru of Tenerife and everywhere else in the world. We've got CD Tenerife, Chris Todd. He is the Armada, sir, the General. And there's some big breaking news coming up a little bit later in the show. Do not go away. What we got, son?
Fogarty said, well, Tony said, so great show so far. Great chat, lads. Dominic Ruth. Vinny M says, question, if you could have a drink with a football manager, past or present, in one of your 3 pubs. Has he got 3 pubs?
Yeah, this
No,
this
he's
man
had
coming
3
out
pubs.
was in my pub.
He's had
Yeah,
3 pubs.
excuse me.
Been
One of
here
me best
30
mates
years,
out
had
there.
3 pubs.
What are you doing
Only
down
3.
there?
Only
Hey,
3.
what a great thing. Come and sit down.
Okay.
It's not enough, is
I
it?
think he might have mentioned it once.
Yeah,
or
I
twice,
think
yeah.
so. I think it's a long-standing joke.
Anyway, who would it be if you could have a drink with a football manager, past or present, in one of your 3 pubs?
Well, I've already Gordon Strachan. I know very well. I've interviewed him on the radio.
Yeah, I played football with him.
The day before he announced himself as Southampton manager, which was back in 2001.
Terrible manager.
It was with his wife Rachel, and there was 2 other guys with him. I'm trying to think. There was the goalie and the guy from Birmingham City. I can't think of the names off the top of my head. And when he got sacked at Coventry, then he brought them over to Tenerife, and then I interviewed him on Waves FM, I think it was.
Oh, right.
Yes, it was good. Listen, just join me. Listen, me pal Dom. He's always on. Dominic,
Yeah.
big Celtic fan. Look what I've got. And I've got the Celtic Rangers programme.
The Scottish Cup.
Yeah, Scottish Cup final.
Yeah.
You win that,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, I was there.
And you were there, weren't
Yeah, I
you?
was there.
Hey, listen, we're going to bring him. Hey?
Celebrating.
Yes, sir. No, don't
Still
forget,
celebrating
don't-
now.
Celebrating.
don't forget Dominic's been on before. He was in Yordi's bar. Remember, Si?
No,
He
Simon
was,
wasn't there.
No, was it there?
no, you weren't there.
Yeah.
No, I
I know,
wasn't
we
there.
Terry
played.
was there.
Eh?
Terry.
Terry.
Terry the
Ah,
big,
Terry,
Terry,
big
Terry
Terry.
Scouse,
Yeah, yeah, we'll keep that.
Number 2.
We'll keep that quiet for a bit. You could be number 2 soon. Right, that's it. Right, horse racing, finish. Now we're going to talk football. Before that, later on in the show, we've got football. Johnny Goggles, a bit about the boxing, Usyk and all that sort of stuff. There's going to be a rematch. Let's talk football, shall we, son?
Yes, first of all, we need you to answer the question.
Sorry.
Who would you like to have a drink, and what manager, past or present, would you like to have a drink with in one of your 3 bars?
Terry.
That's a good question.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's absolutely, it's a great question. Can I? Off top,
Think about it. Think
yeah,
about it.
let me
Think about it.
let me think about it.
It's
Please.
too hard.
It's,
Off the top, off the cuff, it's too hard.
yeah, it
Because
is.
you want to think about someone who's got knowledge,
Yeah.
someone you want to
Alex
talk
Ferguson,
to.
you're going to go for, I bet.
Not really. No. Because everybody would go Alex Ferguson, wouldn't he?
Okay.
So I think you've got to think of somebody that's a little bit obscure,
Okay.
who's a little bit different.
A
for
Coventry
an-
one, a
yeah,
Coventry one,
maybe a Coventry one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Coventry, maybe not. One of you.
I
I
was
don't-
Jockstein.
You go Jockstein.
Jockstein,
Yeah, good
big
show.
Yeah.
Not Brendan Rodgers. No,
Oh, I've met Brendan.
you met
Met
Brent. Yeah.
Brendan, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice boy.
Obviously, he was obviously. How do you know he's a nice boy? You know what I'm saying?
It's from Celtic.
he
Just
told
wanted
you.
to double, of course.
Okay, we'll think it. Right.
Bobby Robson, I'd go for.
Bobby Robson,
Yeah.
quality. Newcastle United, England. Yeah.
Did you know he'd managed the game here once?
No, but he good.
Yeah,
No?
no, we didn't do very well. Mourinho was the assistant manager.
Yeah.
Bobby Robson was the manager for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Tenerife
Yeah.
beat them 4-0.
Gotcha.
And it's a fantastic night. Yeah.
And Marino's just gone to throw the Banshee for a 2-year deal, isn't he?
Crazy that is.
I saw that last night.
They'll
on
kill
TV.
him. They'll kill
For the
him.
Banshee.
Fenerbahce, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone there for a
They'll
2-year
kill
deal.
him. They'll kill him if he don't make it there.
Oh, for sure. That's what they do with Turks, isn't it? Fair play. Well, a bit of football news. Let's do the 2 FA Cups of last week. First and foremost, now the big man's on. Celtic Rangers. You were there. 90th minute, Ida got the goal.
Yeah.
Did you deserve to win?
50-50 maybe. I think it wasn't a great game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Poor game. Not a lot of quality, but I think Celtic just edged it.
What about there was 2 incidents? I don't know if you
No,
saw.
106 at the same time as English
No,
one.
sorry.
Yeah.
There was
Stupid.
2 incidents, Three
Stupid,
doors
mate.
there.
That was crazy.
There was a
Rubbish.
push
Yeah.
and what have you.
It was a
So
push.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think it was a push.
Yeah.
It was. He had these 2 hands on him.
Yeah.
Obviously, where we were sitting, we couldn't see it.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
once we went home, you see the replays. I think it was a push.
Yeah. Can I just say that obviously I want a big shout to my pal, Big Jim Donaldson, big teddy bear, good friend of mine. All the boys, they've all gone over to Gran Canaria to play golf with. Well, most of them have, 3 of them haven't. And he got me this program, which is the cup final program, Rangers Celtic of last week. And I looked at the price, £8, and I thought that looks good to me. Then I think it was Jim that told me England won. Somebody told me it was about £40.
What, England at Wembley?
Yeah,
That'd be 15 quid.
no, not
FA Cup final.
FA Cup
Yeah,
final.
about 15 quid. Be double the price
15.
of that.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay. Why did he say 40 then? Sorry,
No.
I thought that was a bit.
I think about 15.
Yeah.
If it's 20, it'd be a liberty.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
15's about the right money. I can't remember the ones I bought down the other week. last
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Souvenir, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the ones I bought down last week, I don't think they were about a tenner back then.
And some of these are really good. As you said, the Rangers have won the trophy 34 times, Celtic 41, now they've won it 42. It's always going to be Celtic
Listen, you
Rangers.
get a
Isn't
lot
it?
of info in them. As long as it ain't full of adverts,
No, it's
it's
fantastic.
worth the money.
I've been through a
It's
bit.
when you get one that's full of adverts that you think, what have I paid this money for?
Yeah, I've been through a bit,
You know?
and it's absolutely superb. Right, let's go past that. Man City, Man United. You obviously watched it, and so
Yeah.
did I. They never. It's like the playoffs. Leeds United. We'll come to that in a
It
minute.
just makes me laugh. Where was that performance from City 5 weeks ago,
Yeah,
or 6 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Where was that performance during the Premier League season?
yeah, for sure.
I wanted to see that performance in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because then we would have won the
Poor
league.
performance in other
Oh,
leagues.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they have a shot on target?
listen, I don't recall, but I'll tell you what, it was a poor performance. Not taking nothing away from United. I'm
That-
really not.
That
You know?
that goal from was it Mainu?
Yeah, the first goal,
Mainu over to
Second goal, wasn't it?
Garnacho.
3 passes.
Garnacho
Yeah.
to Fernandes, and Fernandes just tucked it, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Mainu
The
2-0.
first goal changed the whole match, though, didn't
Yeah.
A
it?
header.
With the Shirley header, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the keeper wasn't their main choice, so he wasn't commanding enough.
No.
He should
Yeah.
have come out and headed the ball, and that would have...
Ortega, you mean? Yeah, but he has been brilliant for them.
Yeah.
In the games he's come in and played in the 4 games,
Yeah.
he has been superb.
Yeah.
So
But
I just think it was a bad mistake. Yeah,
Crucial time.
bad mistake.
Yeah.
If I ask you a
bad
question,
mistake.
Yeah.
could you stay quiet for this one,
Yeah,
please?
so will.
Who's won the FA Cup the most times in England?
In the history, well, I'd say United. Huh?
I'll say Arsenal. I'll say 14 times. Man United 13,
Oh,
and you got
okay.
Tottenham, Man City, Chelsea. I think
8.
7 or 8 apiece, and whatever.
Coventry
Coventry
One.
once 1987, May the
Yeah.
16th, and I was there.
could have been this year as well.
Hey,
Charlton won it
Should have
once
been.
as well.
should have
been
been.
this
Should have been this year, shouldn't
Can't
it?
imagine
Hey,
playing in Europe.
Can you believe it? Unbelievable, Coventry City. Well, it is what it is, isn't
Anyway,
it?
yeah.
Right, let's move on to the Conference Cup.
No,
No,
let's
okay.
not.
Very, very quickly. Villa were favourites. Then obviously, you know what happened.
Weasel drop
Olympiacos. I saw
into
5 minutes.
favourites.
It was
The Weasel
Olympiacos
drop-ins.
against Fiorentina. Olympiacos after extra time.
Well, I said to you, didn't I,
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon,
Yeah,
if we're doing one Saturday, I'll do a report on the game.
yeah.
Well, let me tell you now, everyone, there's nothing to report.
No, no.
I watched the whole game and there is nothing to report. It
Wasn't
was
great.
shocking.
No.
Well, they were five.
It was such a bad final. Who
The-
was favourites?
The winners with Olympiacos. No, they were 5-4, 7-10. With obviously Fiorentina, they were odds on.
Fiorentina have
Yeah.
lost 3 on the bounce.
Yeah, unbelievable.
3 European finals on the bounce they've lost.
Yeah.
All right.
They lost
I
to
know
West Ham, didn't they? Last
but the
and,
year
and
before
year
that as
before that
well.
they lost one as well.
in the Europa League.
Right,
Must
let's
have been Europa League, yeah.
let's
Or
move on
conference
to-
again.
No, that has only been going 2 years.
Oh
hasn't it?
right, well, they lost.
No, they lost before.
Yeah.
Roma, Fiorentina.
let's move on to tonight's game, 8 o'clock, Champions League final. Borussia Dortmund 5-2, second favourites, only two horse race, and Madrid a 3-10. So it means you've got to put a tenner to win
3.
to win 3.
Buying money. You got to buy money.
It's got to win it. You cannot see them losing,
If
can you?
Madrid
No,
go
I
out-
do.
Why do
Well-
you say that?
I do. I think I think it's buying money for Madrid. I cannot see them losing.
That's like last
Dortmund.
week with City.
No,
Everyone's saying the same
If
thing.
Madrid
I-
go out with the
He
same
cannot
attitude
get beat.
City did,
I
they
just,
Yeah,
might
I,
come up
beat.
with cropper, you know.
I just can't see.
Could see Dortmund getting to the final. Nobody could see Dortmund.
No one
getting to
saw
the
that.
final.
No one see Dortmund beating PSG.
No.
No one see it. Do not
But at the
take
end of the
your
day,
eyes.
Simon, your luck runs out at a certain time, and I think it runs out
But we
tonight.
just said it. You need luck
Well,
to win this
Madrid had luck.
tournament.
Yeah.
You need luck.
I think they've had their luck.
What against PSG? They beat
I-
them easy.
Right, listen, I'm telling you now.
Mbappe
Madrid will beat
didn't have a
Dortmund.
shot on target, you know,
No.
against Dortmund
Yeah,
in
no,
the 2
no.
games.
Yeah.
Not one shot on target in the 2 legs. Don't write them off.
Okay.
Madrid,
telling you,
Madrid will
you-
win finals. Their
Yeah,
mentality.
No,
They
that's
do,
what
yeah.
they do.
Spanish clubs win finals. I think it's something like 27 out of the last 29
Yeah,
European
yeah,
finals.
yeah.
The Spanish club has won.
Right, before we move on, we're going to
Sevilla.
talk about the playoffs of the Premiership up
Yeah.
in Scotland, the SPL, Ross County, Wraith Rovers, and Leeds, Southampton. Obviously, the playoff, which is the biggest game of money in the history of football. We're talking anything between
200
120
million. 200 million.
it's 120 to 200. There's various money about. But before that, let's get on the phone, son. We got any comments?
Okay.
If you just tuned in, Webby Sports Roundup here in sunny Tenerife. We've got Tim, my main man. He does all the logistics behind the scenes. He works harder than any of us. We've got Big Simon here, my big gooner. CD Tenerife, we've got the general. My big pal Dominic, big Celtic fan. Just come over to say hello. We're going to meet up during the week. Going to have a bit of scram together. So, queuing cues. Anybody on? Who we got, son?
John said, gave you a winner last week, going for Ancient Wisdom today.
Ancient
Good.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah,
That's in the
everyone.
derby.
Alan Shepherd.
Morning out.
Mark Wiltshire said, morning. Going to try and find an old shirt that fits for the video. They all seem to have shrunk since 1980.
I'll talk about that in a couple of minutes time about what I'm doing as well.
Fluffy, the manager to have a drink with, said
Brian,
Tony.
Brian Clough.
Great
shout.
answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Good shout.
Daniel Daly is Simon's top and X6XL. Do they sell them in 6XL? Yeah.
He still wouldn't get it.
No, it's not 6XL
No.
anymore.
He wouldn't get it over his tongue. That's for
I
sure.
used to be 6XL, not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, okay.
He's bought two and sewn them together.
Okay, yeah.
Good morning, Webby and Chris, says Denise.
Morning, Denise.
Yeah.
Hi, darling.
Clough, young man.
Yeah.
Alan Shepherd. Vincent Company is the new manager Bayern now, which is a big risk in my eyes.
Very risky.
I've got all that down in a minute. We'll come back to that in a minute.
I don't know. I think Dortmund have a chance. Madrid do not know how do.
Not know how to lose finals.
Yeah, but Dortmund have a defo chance tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Is there many on? How many's watching?
Well, we're up to 57.
Oh, that's nice.
One more
Yeah.
than last
That's
week.
nice. Yeah, that's super. Right, a little bit of Scottish football news, which not everybody's into, but I always follow everything. As you know, on my Webby Sports Roundup, we do it every Wednesday. Up until last week was my last one. 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, I do a Scots corner. Ross County finished second from the bottom of the Premier League, and then what happened was Wraith Rovers finished second behind my boy Liam Grimshaw's Dundee United, and they played off to see who's going to go into the SPL or stay in the SPL.
They won
And
it
Ross
easy.
County
Easy.
turned them over on aggregate by
Easy.
6 goals to 1. So well done to Ross County. Let's go on very, very quickly to Leeds United in the playoff final at Wembley last week. Another team which never turned up, took on the Southampton. Adam Armstrong, ex-Coventry City, as we get rid of all our top players. He scored the only goal for Southampton to be in the Premier League of this year, coming 2024-2025 in the 24th minute. Cracking goal into the left-hand side of the court. Did you see the game?
Yeah, what's the game? Yeah.
Watch the game. What did you think of the game?
I thought it was going to be much better. The way me and my mates hyped it up. I've got a couple of Leeds friends. I want to just say sorry if you're not in the Premier League here. Big Dave Edwards and Colin Babb. You know, they're crazy Leeds fans.
Yeah.
But it's just like they said, they just didn't turn up.
No.
Leeds just did not turn up. And I don't know why. It's the biggest game for a few years they've had. And we know Southampton beat them twice in the league.
Yeah.
But Southampton have been one of them teams like Bournemouth. You can never
Never.
you can never judge them
No, you
from
can't.
their past performance
No, you
or
can't.
last week.
Expectation and with that fan base on
Yeah.
top is too much.
Yeah,
and the
too
spread
much.
of
Yeah,
the
Leeds
league.
United. But they never had Bamford, don't forget. Didn't have you know what I mean?
No,
Again,
I'm not saying they bottled it, but they just didn't turn up.
Hit the
No.
bar, didn't they?
yeah.
They just
Another
didn't
ring
turn up.
in.
You know,
It is what it is.
It's sad.
All right.
It's sad. They are a bigger club than Southampton. Monetary wise, fan wise,
Yeah.
honours wise.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
are a much
Means
bigger
nothing.
club.
Well, they've more money than
Exactly.
Red Bulls.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, of course. Red Bull's
Bulls
invested as well. Red Bull's invested, haven't they?
Indeed.
They got more money. Yeah. So there's
Oh.
plenty of money there. Right, let's
Yeah.
move on very, very quickly. It's about
Yeah.
10:05 live here at Webby Sports Roundup. Here on a Saturday morning in Laura's Bar. We've got my good pal Tim, Simon, Chris, Todd, my pal. What's your name again?
Jimmy.
Thanks, Dom. Dominic, big Celtic fan. He was at the game last week in Hampden, so he's a happy bunny. Little bit of football news before we go to England. We've got the Euros coming up soon. As we say, Leicester City. Now, the pointed question, Leicester City manager, he's got him into the Premier League. Just signed a new contract in November, December, I believe. But he's left and he's off to Chelsea.
Mad.
Hey,
Madness.
but the thing is, do you know the reason why I think, personally, I think he believes, well, are you going to go for Chelsea or Leicester? Now, number one, Chelsea, of course, they're a Premier League and they're a bigger side than Leicester. But Leicester City are going to lose points, okay?
It's not written in stone.
Hey,
It's not written in stone. They're going to lose points, is it?
listen, it's going to happen.
Well, why Man City lost points then?
I know.
That's
It's,
different.
I know. It's different. Listen, they've already said they
It's the
will.
same poo, different
I know.
toilet.
I know. But they weren't going to lose points. So I'm thinking he could be thinking to himself, listen, I'm going to jump ship. Chelsea's always a jump. I'm going to.
Listen, can I just say, right? The guy's got to be mad, right? He's just took Leicester
Yeah.
to the Premier League,
Yeah.
right? And now surely he's going to look back at the last 4 managers Chelsea have had
Yeah.
and think to himself, do I want a piece of that?
Yeah. Of
Getting
course.
kicked out the door for nothing.
Yeah. I know.
Tuchel, make me right, did he not win the Champions League
Who with Barcelona?
with
Who?
Tuchel?
Tuchel.
What did he win with
He got
Chelsea?
to the final, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I know he won it.
he won it,
Yeah,
and
of
they
course,
kicked
yeah.
him out, beat Man
Yeah.
City. Right? They kicked him out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What Chelsea want, they want a coach.
Yeah.
They don't want a manager.
Manager want to coach.
They want a coach. They just want someone. Look, we're going to give you him,
Yeah.
and him,
Yeah.
and you work with them.
Yeah.
Well, but what if I don't want them? There's not if you don't want them. There's none of that at Chelsea.
No. No.
My Chelsea mate, Keith, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Keith.
Right, he said to me, right, Chelsea don't want a manager who's going to have input in the boardroom. They don't want a manager coming to them with a list
No. No.
of
No.
players
Yeah. Yeah.
because they buy who they want
Yeah.
and
when
you
they
will
want.
work with
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Sure.
and that's it. So if you want to be under that kind of thumb,
I'll
then
tell,
go and do it.
I'll tell you what. I was happy this week as well with McKenna of Ipswich
Signing a new
signing a brand new. But
We spoke about it.
Yeah, we did. There was talk about him going to Man United,
Chelsea,
lots of.
everywhere wanted him.
So fair play to Portman
I
Road
think
boys.
he has done brilliant.
Yeah.
Loyalty is a rare thing these
But
days.
good,
in
but
football.
Exactly that.
But
Exactly
he's
that.
also got 2 divisions, hasn't he? 2 on the bench, hasn't he?
Promotions
Yeah.
on the bounce.
Yeah, yeah,
How do you want to jump ship and go to a sinking ship at
yeah.
United?
No, it's good.
It's a sinking ship.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's gone. That Ten Hag. Is he staying or is he going?
Sinking stadium.
Ten Hag.
Yeah, in the rain.
Is he staying or is he going?
He's
Ten
obviously
Hag.
staying, and he's obviously staying.
But why don't they just turn out and say he's
He's
staying?
got to be staying now. He's won the FA Cup. He's won 2 trophies in 2 years.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's not. I've always said it's not him.
No.
It's the players.
Yeah,
They don't want to play for him. Look at the time they all got round and rallied and got Mourinho out at
yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They've done it to Mourinho at United.
So do you think he should go?
No.
So you think he should
Why?
stay? Yeah. Oh no, I agree. I'm not.
Why
Yeah,
should he go?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get rid of the bad apples in that dressing room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get rid of them.
Because they're all
No
big.
player.
Because you got Varane 350, or Casamaria. They're all. I know they're good.
Casemiro, Rashford, and Varane are on £1 million a week between them.
Yeah.
Over £1 million a week between them.
I know.
Right, 300, 300,
350, yeah.
350, or 350, 350,
Yeah, for sure.
300.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
In that change room, there's bad apples.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, Sancho, they say was a bad apple.
Yeah,
Got rid.
yeah,
All right, he's only on loan.
yeah.
But it doesn't matter. They got rid. Right. When it was Arsenal had that Mesut Ozil. Right,
Oh,
bad apple.
Yeah.
Right, what a fantastic footballer.
Left foot. Yeah,
But
great.
what a bad
yeah.
apple. What
yeah.
a bad apple. Oh, well, you know what, boss?
They
This
think they're
week,
too big for the club.
I don't want to play.
Yeah, yeah.
What if I just go off to Turkey and see my family, or Germany and see my family
Okay.
in my private jet with my pet dogs?
Yeah.
Alexis Sanchez, another one. This is 5
Yeah.
minutes fast.
Yeah.
Alexis Sanchez, another one. Aubameyang, another one. You get rid of bad apples,
Yeah, yeah,
you can better the club.
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not the manager, it's the players. There.
Okay. So East Days, get rid of bad apples. Let's go on to Bayern Munich. They just taken on Vincent Kompany, big Man City captain,
risk.
etc. And then, there's a reason why he's gone there, obviously, and I know the reason why. Burnley, Tottenham, obviously they got demoted.
Up and down.
That
Yeah.
up and down. They're going to be that up, down. And he's just signed a new contract at Bayern Munich. And the reason why is Guardiola, who obviously was at Bayern Munich, did well, and he's put his word in, and that's where it comes from. Guardiola, Man City, he says he's going to be good,
Yeah, I get
and
that.
that's the logic of it.
I get that.
That's the logic.
Because it's
Hey.
high
Very
risk.
high.
Yeah.
What's his
Bayern
height?
Munich for a couple of Bayern
Too
Munich.
much of a risk, I think.
A risk, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you had Harry Kane, didn't you? And obviously Eric Dyer, obviously
Yeah.
going over as well, didn't you?
So what?
Was that higher risk for them?
Of course it was.
Harry Kane, the number 9, the best number 9 in the world.
Yeah, who's never won nothing.
He
Golden boots.
of course, all right.
Golden boots.
Yeah, of course.
Tell that to your
But,
kids.
but let's hope he does it in a couple of weeks' time then.
Tell that to your kids.
Yeah, of course.
I won golden boots in the Premier League 6 times.
Yeah.
I won them at Germany, and they gave me a cannon.
Yeah.
I won the Golden Boot in Germany, and they give me a cannon, and we all know what a cannon is, don't we?
Yeah.
It's the Arsenal badge.
Yeah.
That's what he got.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, I don't. I want to win trophies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get caps and golden boots. I want
Yeah.
to tell my kids that I played in that cup final and
Yeah.
I won it.
And I won it. All right, let's move on after that one. So yes, no, that's all our thoughts. Let's go to your mob, to Arteta. I believe he just signed a brand new
He's gonna
bumper
sign
deal
a big mega deal,
for
yeah.
up to 2028 or something.
And he's going to be one of the richest managers, one of the richest,
Yeah.
highest paid managers in the Premier League.
Well, I think that's right. You know, they
deserves.
they put the money where the mouth is. Say, right, we've got to keep him.
Good
We,
manager.
we,
Good
yeah,
manager.
we've got to take Man City on. We've got to have a go. That's good for all us football supporters that
course.
want to follow the Premier League now. We don't want just Man City to walk away with it.
Someone's got to take them on. Liverpool going to be in transition. United are going to be in transition.
Yeah.
Chelsea are still in transition.
Okay.
Tottenham have never done nothing.
Right.
We need to get that money and spend some money, buy a striker.
Yeah.
Whether it be, we need a midfielder, a left-sided player, and a striker.
Okay, right. Before we go on the football, we've still got one or two more things. Last but not least on my little list, Newcastle United. Again, I heard through the grapevine, Ramsdale, 15 million.
No,
Is
they
he
won't,
going?
they won't sell him for Arsenal. No, we paid more than that for him.
So,
We're not in a
all
hurry
right,
to sell
all
him.
right.
You don't need the money. He's
Right.
under contract.
But at the end of the day, is he going to go? If he can't get in the side,
It's not up to him. It's not up to him.
I know, but
It's
you
not
can't.
up to him. I don't
Simon,
care.
you cannot have a player of that quality that should be England number one if he played every week,
Right.
sat on the bench.
Right, but you
cannot
can't
have it.
You can't also sell someone for 15 million that you paid 20 odd million quid
Right,
for.
I just said that was the fifth. That was the figure that was quite. But if he's not in the side, then you're not going to get your money
Listen,
back, are you?
Do you know the deal? Do you know the deal?
Tell me.
The deal is give them Ramsdale,
Yeah.
right, for 30 million,
And
give me Isaac, and we'll
Oh, you
give you
want-
90. We give
Gotcha.
you 80 or 90 million pound on top.
Yeah, okay.
You give us Isaac, we'll give you Ramsdale
Right,
and 80 million.
All right, that's it for that. So
And that
before we go
works
to
for
the
me.
England friendlies for next week, Monday and Friday, let's have a look at the phones. Any queues? Toddy, what you got on the phone,
Morning,
son?
gentlemen, from Ash. Everton assessing options as 777 miss.
Yeah, they
Take
that.
over deadline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's massive for Everton.
yeah,
Yeah, they're in trouble, I think, with
yeah.
all that
It
stuff.
seems to be,
A
doesn't
lot
it?
of punters fell out with City of Troy after the Guinness.
Yeah, after the Guinea.
Said
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with the City of Troy, Eddie O'Brien, you see, and obviously he was all for the 2000 Guineas. He really didn't stand up. It was like Man City, Man United, Leeds, Southampton, Bolton.
Well, my mate said his horses ain't been doing that well.
Yeah, but you
lot.
can never not trust
Yeah,
him.
but right,
He won.
but
He had a big horse win yesterday. Listen, at the end of the day, he's still favourite. And if Lee Sobot thinks he's got a chance, listen, he's got a chance. So it's you put your money where your mouth is, you take a chance, don't you? Any more?
Yeah, Simon is 100% correct, said Mark. Andy said, morning, lads, and Webby.
Morning.
And the leader, go on the hoops. Go on the hoops. Yeah.
Well done, leader.
Boys.
Yeah, my pal, Big Dominic.
Round
Yeah.
the grounds, who wins the Euros?
Who wins the Euros?
Yeah.
That's from Lee, big Sheffield
Yeah.
Wednesday fan. Who wins the Euros?
Yeah.
Well, listen, as far as I'm concerned, I think at this moment in time, I think we've got the best chance ever.
We've got the best squad.
German.
There's no getting away from it.
Well,
We've
with
got the best squad.
Well, the best squad. So that confirms I think we've got the best chance. But before we do that, let's go on the football in a minute. Let's go off to another sport. Let's bring a bit of boxing news from Johnny Goggles. Okay, so Johnny Goggles is my roving reporter, big Millwall fan. He's back in London. He did a video for me yesterday. It was too long. I got bored. I said, Johnny, get home. Do me another one. Within half an hour, boom, he's done it. So do us a favour, Johnny Goggles. Take it away in the boxing review, please, pal.
Hello everyone, it's me Johnny Goggles and I'm back again for another WEBBY'S boxing roundup. This week we had the news of Fury Usyk, the rematch, coming December the 21st from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and it's set to be a big one. So this weekend we have live boxing, we have the big one. I'm calling it Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren, but it's the 5'5" matchroom feat Queensbury. Big fights coming on, Deontay Wilder versus Zhilei Zhang. Filip Hrgovic versus Daniel Dubois. Bivol's fighting a replacement. He was supposed to be fighting Beterbiev, but Beterbiev has pulled out. It's set to be a good one, and that's coming on from the Zone pay-per-view. So that's it for me from this week. I'll be back next week with more boxing news and fight coverage. Don't forget, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please like and subscribe to WEBBY'S Sports Roundup. And it's free.
Cheers, Johnny Goggles. Listen, that is a big one, isn't it? I'm going to go round everybody asking them what they think. Usyk, can he be beaten in December if it happens against Tyson Fury? Simon,
No.
who wins?
Usyk.
Usyk.
Usyk,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Hopefully.
All right, I'll be the odd one out. I
Don't like Tyson
was going to say, eh?
Don't like Tyson Fury.
No, I know.
He
You're,
can't, he
sorry.
can't take defeat, can he? He can't
Nah.
take it.
he's Marmite,
Always
isn't he?
makes
Nah.
excuses.
Sorry.
The crowd, the judges give him
yeah.
the sympathy vote
Because Ukraine
because they're at
war
war
and all that.
Like,
Yeah,
load of
yeah, I
rubbish.
know.
He was well beaten the last fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's clever, isn't he? How'd you, yeah, he is
I
clever.
like to see Usyk knock him out, to be honest.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it to his face, mind you.
No.
Well, you couldn't see his face from down there, could you?
But, I've just been him.
Sorry, Tom.
Send him a picture.
I did, yeah, right, okay.
Heights.
Right, let's get back to a bit of football news. We're going to have charity news in a minute, and we got some big breaking news coming in probably about 10 minutes' time before we finish the show. How much time we got left?
10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes, okay. Football news very quickly. England, Bosnia on Monday, and England, Iceland on Friday. Simon, very quickly, what's your thoughts? Who's going to play? Is he going to put a second team out, a first team out, or what?
No, he ain't got time to put a second team out. There's no second chances here. You put your strongest squad out, your strongest 11,
Yeah,
the star 11 that you think
yeah,
is going to start at the tournament.
yeah,
Because these two games are for that and
Yeah.
for that alone.
yeah,
You know the strength of the players, you know how good they are, so you put your first 11 out.
yeah.
As I've said all along, we're going to struggle with a left back scenario. That's where we're going to struggle. Because Luke Shaw, we know he ain't fit, and,
Yeah.
and Chilwell's not in the squad, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
So for me, you've got Harry Kane up top. You know what I think. Harry
of course.
Kane up top. You've got Bellingham. You've got Rice.
Yeah.
You've got Foden. You've got Palmer. You've got Saka.
Oh,
You know,
great.
you play with them.
It is that back
You play
four.
with them and three defenders.
But they were talking about, is Pickford going to be the goalie number one? He's going to be, because that's what he picks, isn't
Yeah,
he?
it shouldn't be, but he will be.
Then you got Trippier is probably the best left back, right back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't like a right back playing left
I
back.
know what you're saying, yeah,
But Braithwaite, but this young lad Braithwaite, who's United's looking at, who's
Yeah, but
trying to,
he-
he's at left side of a back four, isn't he? Of the back two in the middle, for Everton, isn't he?
is he left-footed though?
Yeah, I think he is. Braithwaite is left foot.
Something says to me that when he was coming through, but he was playing at a right back.
Yeah.
When he went to that German club on loan,
Yeah.
he was playing as a right back.
Listen, please don't. If anybody's out
No,
there,
no, I know.
just
I know
double
what you're
check
saying.
for it. If you Google it and whatever, just give us
But
a
it's
shout.
either going to be the City boy at left
Yeah,
back or
yeah.
Trippier, like you say.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Carl
obviously,
Walker,
Cole Walker
Or
standing
Trippier, yeah.
in with John Stones.
John Stones at right back. They could play back three.
Yeah.
He could play back
So
three.
me and you have picked the team, haven't we?
Yeah.
We picked the team. This is what they go and perform.
Yeah.
So I'll be in the 3-all shoes. Well, I'll be in there tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll be in there Monday night, and I'll be in there Friday night. If you want to come down, come and say hello, and get your money out and buy me a nice cold bottle of 33 centilitre Heineken, then I'll be happy with you.
I'm Heineken Zero. We'll like it better.
Such a fair. Right, a little bit of cricket news.
Beer for girls.
This is for Foggy and for Mark Wiltshire. Big cricket fans. England in a full match T20 against the Pakistanis, and at the end of the day, rain halted, but we beat them by 2-0. All right, 2-0. The other two was rain, and we 157 Australia. I think it was 2 nights ago, and England were 158 for 3. So we beat them in the series 2-0, and we've got the World coming up on July the 1st. I think it is till July the 20th. Any of you lot into cricket or not?
I don't mind the T20.
Yeah.
It's good, exciting.
And can I just say,
Very exciting.
well done to Gloucestershire. We beat Andy Wags, Essex in a T20 last night. So Gloucestershire, we've been poor for many seasons. So that's a great T20 win.
Wait till he won't come back on the show for that.
Wagsy won't. He's my pal. I said he hasn't. He hasn't
got no pals.
He hasn't come past me. What do you mean? You got no pals?
You ain't got no compadres.
I have. Here's me pal.
No, he's not.
Bit of charity tickets from. Bit of
He's
charity.
here for his 10 minutes of fame.
He's on. Good morning,
Morning.
gorgeous. Bit of charity tickets last week. We had the. I'll tell you what, I forgot. Right, listen, we're going to give some more charity tickets away, so you better get the phones quick. Forgot all about it. So tonight's game, 8 o'clock. What time is going to be the first goal? I should have done it 20 minutes ago. Forgot all about it, but we've been rabbiting. We could go on for 2 hours in this show. So get your phones out. time and let Foggy and big man Tim, who is the logistics boss, he does everything behind the scenes, and even the brolly, it's a yellow one to go with me yellow hat, Kieran Fallon. So
It's green.
is it, or is it green? Is it look yellow to me? It's been in too much sun. So can you send your folks in now? What time? Put your name on. First goal tonight, and we'll give you some tickets away. Last week, Alan, Valley San Lorenzo, Scottish, he won. And John T, England, Wigan, he won those. All sorts of, I don't know how many tickets or what have you. I will sort that a little bit later. What else we got to talk about? Have you got the photograph of, this is what you're going to be able to win. We're
I've
doing,
got the little film that you did the other day where you did the film. I'll play that now.
how long's that?
It's 10 seconds or 15
Okay, go on, 10, 15 seconds then.
Everybody, for our charity of this year, 2025, will be the same as last year, 2024, fighting against cancer in Tenerife. As you're probably aware, we raised approximately €6,000 last year, and I just want to thank everybody that put their hand in their pocket and all the main sponsors, which were absolutely superb. Really couldn't do this without you. As you all know, most people has a family or friend that have that awful disease, cancer. So all we're trying to do is to raise funds and raise awareness to try and deal with all the problems that go with it. As you can see, all sporting memorabilia, 3 of the items have been returned from last year.
Cheers, Tim. Thanks for that. Right, charity 2024. Last year, if you remember, we did the charity for F.A.C.T, fighting against cancer in Tenerife, and we're doing it again this year. We raised about €6,000. So what that does, that goes in the pot for F.A.C.T, and all volunteers, they take various people with kids, children. If they've got cancer, they go to the north to the Santa Cruz Hospital for treatment, etc., etc. And there's a lot of elderly people that have cancer. It's the horriblest work in the world. It really is. Most people in families, family and friends, we all know somebody that has passed away or has got cancer. So they need the help and the support from us down the south. So, in fact, we have a meeting on Monday. I'll be there, and they've got a big one next Saturday afternoon in Sunset Bay. I'll be there as well. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to do raffle tickets. The items that I've got going to go very quickly. You've got a Frankie Dettori signed authenticity. You've got a football thing. You've got lots of other things. You really have. There's so many items on there, but I'll talk about that next week. I've got a video that I'll play it next week. So that's that. We'll do that next week. Right, before we go, any comments?
I'm lost now
Do
because
Chris
lots-
Todd, all about Tenerife.
Oh, yeah, right. Right, put them down for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's do Toddy, Tenerife. I forgot about that. We've got so much to do, Toddy. I'm sorry. Well, listen, breaking news. This is the big one, which you've been waiting for. It really is big. I did say earlier in the week, we got something hanging over their heads, and it should have been one of the boys here. It is Toddy. Toddy, CD Tenerife, the Armada, sir. He rang me up. Not a happy bunny. Tell him very quickly the reason why you're not happy.
Well, then with the new manager selection, we've had an average season, but the manager's leaving, the current one, and the owner of the club has brought in this new guy who is from the 3rd level. In fact, he relegated the team from the 3rd level to the 4th. No one really, he hasn't got any pedigree or CV, and say the social mass of Tenerife is 30,000 people, fans. 29,999 are against this signing, this new manager, and one guy, he's the owner, he wants to bring him in, and he thinks he knows best. Everyone at the club, the president, so we got an owner and a president, and the president is against it, so there's an emergency meeting today to try and persuade him to change his mind about the signing of this new manager. If he does it, he's very stubborn. He's based in London, our owner, and he's stubborn and he won't change his mind.
Spanish.
Apparently, yeah, he's Spanish, but he's lived in London 20 years, got businesses in Mayfair. Anyway, so if he doesn't change his mind, then the whole club's going to fall apart, and the president could leave. I mean, we're trying to buy the owner out. Well, it's going to be tomorrow. Is our last match of the season against Valladolid. The fans are getting together today to organise a meeting to see what we're going to do tomorrow, and we need to get this owner out now. We're going to invade the pitch if we need to. We're going to have to stop the game. We cannot have this person from London dictating what he's the only one. He's got You know, he doesn't know what he's doing, and it's like bringing in someone. Say you need your bathroom tiled, and you've
Bringing
got
it.
all the quotes from all the guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in football, but you're you're going to get half decent job done, and then you meet someone in a pub. Yeah, I've done it a few times. I can do it for a cut price. And then you go home and you tell you what, and without any consultation from anyone else, you go ahead with that, you know, second rate. He's a second rate manager. Nothing against him personally, but if he does come here, all the best, you know. So you never really know in football what's going to happen. I mean, we'll probably go down next season if he comes in.
What's the background of the owner, though? How long has he been the owner of Tenerife?
He's been an owner 18 months now. He's put €8 million to buy the club into the CD Tenerife.
What was he before?
He tried to buy Wigan and they wouldn't let it.
Wigan?
Yeah.
Jaunty?
Yeah.
Remember this son?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right, yeah, and
Okay.
he's owned various clubs in Spain.
Okay.
You know, but what he doesn't understand is, and I'm not saying he's a multi-millionaire. I'm sat here, so I'm not saying I'm more intelligent than him. But if we get this manager in, the season ticket sales will be a lot lower. Be by half. We sold 16,500 last season. We won't go over 10,000 this season. The players won't come because they don't respect this new manager.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Everything's going to be low key, and if we don't win like the first 3 matches, the pressure on him will be immense. So it's a total no-go for me, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We haven't got much time, but one important thing: there's 2 matches left in the Eliodoro.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're playing Valladolid at 5:30. Valladolid need a point to become the champions.
Yeah.
So they bring in over 400 or 500 fans.
Yeah.
Where Ronaldo's coming over. You know, he's the owner of Valladolid.
Yeah.
The Brazilian Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
him.
he's flying in today.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
A private jet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's the last game of the season. Saying goodbye to some good players that we've had. So
Yeah.
but I mean, tomorrow will be a bit nervy because of all the protests. So let's see what happens.
Toddy.
And then, well,
Okay, go on.
Tuesday, Spain are playing Denmark in the stadium at 7:30. The Women's Euros 2025
Yeah.
qualifier.
Okay.
So we've sold 12,000 tickets
Fantastic.
in the first day for that
For
one.
the women's game.
Yeah, Spain v Denmark.
Toddy.
Wow.
super.
They're world champions.
Cheers, Toddy.
Cool fella, yeah.
Good event to host on the island.
All right. So it's increased since you told me on Monday, Tuesday. So I appreciate that. Nobody knew
Yeah,
it. You who are talking about.
Everything's still in the air, but
Yeah.
we're very angry and disappointed.
Okay.
It's embarrassing, to be honest with you.
We've got a couple more minutes left. Phone anybody on there? Any times for the goals for?
There's plenty. It's
Yeah,
a bit
go on then.
too many to read.
Go on then. Do a few out.
Yeah.
And we'll have them all for
Say Alan Shepherd. All have a run out. Oh, 14 minutes said Alan Shepherd.
Cheers, Alan.
20 minutes said Alex Merchant.
Cheers, Alan.
Ricky, 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Alan in Valle San Lorenzo.
Yeah.
First goal, 18 minutes.
He won it last week. Can't win it again now.
9 minutes, Nelly. Out and about, said first goal, 32 minutes. Foggy said 23.
Fantastic.
Big love to you all, said Tony Howard.
Cheers, Tony.
We are going into overtime, said Webby. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, a minute or two doesn't matter. That's for sure. No,
Penalty, said Fogarty tonight.
Penalty.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, good shout.
Get him and don't let Tenerife be ruined by the bad owner, said Ricky.
Yeah,
Get him out.
Yeah, get him out for sure.
We need to do something.
Okay.
Out and up, incredible. Could be a total car crash. Owner's giving his pal the job by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is very true.
Yeah.
We can't let it happen. First goal, 43, said Terry Howard.
Yeah.
Trisha Slater. Morning, Webby, and guys.
Morning, Trisha.
Up late. We'll
Morning,
watch on
Trisha.
catch up later.
Okay, please do. Okay, Tolly, I think that's about it. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, I've been thinking, Brian Clough. Yeah. No.
The greatest manager
Yeah.
never to manage England.
Yeah, Brian Clough.
That's my total.
He was too
He's not a yes man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What a guy.
Listen, first and foremost, I think today's probably been the best. I say that every single time. Every week gets better and better and better. Dominic coming on for the last 20 minutes, fantastic. Come and show up in one of his superb. With you, Toddy, and obviously you, Simon, fantastic. Listen, if you just tuned in, my name's Paul Webb. As everybody knows, 30 years in Tenerife, 3 pubs. We're all famous. Gardabar was the last one.
How many pubs, Toddy?
3, I think.
33. You've been here 14 years in 2 pubs. I beat you. I've smashed it a bit, son. Believe me, I'm smashing a bit. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. It is for free. Hit that like button. That's what sends it to Google, and Google send it around the world for the advertisers. Simple as that.
Yeah.
If you want me to keep on going, that's what you got to do. You've got to help us. Help me, help him, and all of us that are in the show.
Can we do another hour?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. I really, really would. We might do a bigger one next time. So all I can say, the big thank yous now. All the people in the bars next week, Simon and me good self are going to be out and about. I'm doing lots of 15 questions. As one or two of you people know, you're Mark Wiltshire, you're Sean in Brazil, etc., etc. A lot of people. Kevin the Scots was doing. Colin from Bournemouth. They're all going to do.
Sean in Brazil, the Leicester fan.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's doing one for.
Ah,
What it is, just very, very quickly. I've sent you the 15 questions. I'm going to do a top and tail. They're gonna get a good background, put their football shirts on, and that's what they're gonna do. It'll be brilliant. So if you've not been invited yet, I will invite you. I'm gonna get 2 or 3 every single week, put them on the show, and we're gonna have a great, great time. See who is the best, and you get the most views. Listen, what can I say? City of Troy, Aidy O'Brien hopefully wins the derby. That's what obviously Lee Sobot. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Johnny Goggles, my boxing roving reporter, and all the reporters. We're going to get a bit of a cricket correspondent, Wagsy, over very, very soon. I'll go over and see him get an interview. I'm going to say thank you to everybody to stay true. We're going to have our coffee and we're going to go. Big, big shout out to my pal Timothy Dowd, living with MS in Tenerife. Don't forget the charities between living with MS Tenerife and Webby Sports Trainer. We're going to raise as much money as we can. There's more about that within the coming weeks, how you can win those prizes. It's going to be raffle tickets, and we'll sort that, we think, through PayPal. But give me a bit of time to sort that out. Simon, as always.
always a pleasure.
My football.
Never a chore, mate. Never a
football
chore.
guru. Super.
Love it. Love it.
Cheers, Toddy.
Yeah. Always a
See you
pleasure.
Tenerife, mate.
Nice to see you again, Chris.
Yeah. Never a chore.
Yes.
Lee Wood.
Lee.
Never a chore. Lee Wood.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Surely
thing.
would. Yeah.
Listen,
Soccer
big
AM,
pal.
if you remember
Yeah.
that.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Cheers, Doc.
Good to see you.
That big man. And I'll
Thanks
see
for
you
having me on
soon.
the show.
You're more than
Safe
welcome,
trip.
big man. And it's
Simon.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
going to win the league again next year?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. So what I'm going to say is, for me, Webby Sports Trainer in Laura's Bar in sunny Tenerife, have a nice cup of coffee.
Bye, everyone.
With all me
Have a
pals.
great weekend.
Thanks for everybody sending the messages.
Yeah.
The show wouldn't be here without you. End of. And I will see you on the next one. 3 horseshoes tonight, don't forget, 8 o'clock. Be there. I'll see you soon.
Take
Big
care.
Webby.
Vamos.
Up the Arsenal.